Hello everyone, this is Hadrian. Thank you for watching. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. I'm going to head over here to the gas station really quick and make sure that I have done everything I need to do. So I have a bit of a confession to make really quick. I just want to show you this nice little outside area. I just started recording, quote unquote, this episode, quote unquote. There's another wolf. Started recording this episode, and I got maybe about 3 minutes in, and I looked over at my timer and my recorder, and it wasn't going. So I actually was not recording, hence the air quotes. So one thing I did do while that was happening, which I can't get this back, I can't just go back in time and reload the save game. I finished the bearskin bedroll. So that is now done, and we have one. So as you can see, there's a bearskin bedroll. And it's awesome. But literally all you missed is I came over here. I don't know what happened. This is the first time in a long time that I thought I've been recording, and I just wasn't. But I looked up after a second, and it wasn't recording anything, which is weird. So sorry about that. I hate to have done that while you weren't looking, but you saw most of it. I just crafted the last 3 hours of it, and I came in here, took care of that. That's kind of why I came in here, just to give you the feeling of coming in here and seeing where I was, doing what I was doing. Now we're going to head back out. Now that I have the bearskin bedroll, my objective is to wait, really, for the rabbit skin mitts, because I can't quite make them yet. I have one. Where are you? There you are. I have one rabbit skin that I'm still waiting on it to cure. And that one is in here. One thing I did mention while I was quote-unquote recording is because I am messing around with the sound settings, once again, as I mentioned earlier in this series, I love the music in The Long Dark. I love it so much. It is very, very well done. I cannot wait for them to release the soundtrack. Raphael has assured me that there will be a soundtrack at one point, so that is an assurance from him. He said definitely, because he knows they've got good stuff. But I like when the music plays in this game for you to be able to hear it, because it doesn't play very often, and because it doesn't play very often, I actually have it louder with my new sound settings, just like I did before, than the rest of my sounds. So the first time music plays, I want to ask you guys to circle back and do this again. Let me know how the music sounds. Some of you were very helpful before. I appreciate that. I just would like that help again. Just when the music plays this episode, next episode, just let me know. Just say, hey, music sounded good there. I just want you to be able to hear it and appreciate it, because it's gorgeous, and it would be a shame if it was too quiet in a series that could very well showcase it if I wanted it to, and I definitely wanted to. So, all right, so our last rabbit skin mitt. I'm just wandering around aimlessly right now. What am I doing? All right, so there's our last rabbit skin mitt. It is, or not mitt, this is our last rabbit skin. This is our fresh rabbit pelt. It's 66% cured, which means it's 2/3 of the way, 2/3 of 5 days. That's roughly a day and a half, between a day and a half and 2 days now that needs in order to finish curing. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, first of all, is avoid any wolves that I see. I also need to study this book that I picked up in the last episode. I'm excited to see how that works. But the first thing I want to do is avoid any growling buddies that might try and attack me. I am definitely noticing a bit of graphical chop. It's barely there. It might just have to do with the patch, the Penitent Scholar patch, and anything they changed. Man, it is a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky. Feels like 45 degrees, so we're not even that cold. I am hungry, so we're gonna have to deal with that pretty soon. That's one thing I mentioned while I was quote-unquote recording, is I actually have less food than I'm accustomed to having. I mentioned this in the last episode as well, in The Long Dark. I kind of came back into a very interesting situation where it's like, oh, okay, well, all right, there's 2 wolves right there. 1, 2. How many bullets do I have? Sweet, I've got 12 bullets. So that's a good thing, at least. I have a lot of ammunition, despite the fact that we're 50 days in. By the way, if you're just joining us, we are, in fact, 51 days. This is episode 52 of The Long Dark. We're 51 days in. So just like Against All Odds Season 1, I find that roughly speaking, unless we have an episode like we did last time where we spend a lot of time on crafting that really passes the time quickly. Oh, hey, bear. Hey, buddy. There's a bear right there. Always there. Unless I spend a lot of time crafting, usually the episode count is roughly equivalent to the number of days survived. Just by virtue of the fact that I spend about 20-25 minutes in each episode. Roughly, it takes about 20 minutes of gameplay for each average day of the Long Dark, which I think is cool. I think that's a good average amount of gameplay, and I wouldn't be surprised if they've even tuned it to be about that length of time. Man, this day is just perfect. I'm coming over here because we set some snares out in, I think, episode 50. The very last episode before Against All Odds went on break. We're going to see if there's anything in them. I could use some food. Just saying. Food would be nice. Good is good. Hey, I see a rabbit. Now, you wouldn't think it would be the case, but apparently you can actually set... You can actually set snares, yeah, like this, right next to each other. Alright, so we're going to get the hide, the guts. We're going to harvest this whole thing. We're going to lose calories doing this, though. This is not going to be fun. So is this snare still good? Yes, it is. Very good. Set the snare back up. So you can set snares up. This snare is still good as well. Awesome. Not losing any snares. You can set snares up right next to each other. Let me finish this sentence finally. Oh, chill out, Jennifer Hale. You can set them up right next to each other, and there could be dead rabbits right next to each other. But they'll still come to the snares and die, despite the fact that you put the snares right next to each other.
Anything right now.
I know you're hungry, and you're thirsty. Oh, that bear's coming over here. Crap. I'm just going over here to check my snare that I put out this direction. Here's another rabbit here. I want to harvest you, but damn, I don't have anything on me. I'm going to drink this so I at least deal with my thirst being unquenched. Feels like 52 degrees right now. I'm nervous about that bear. I'm nervous about what's going to happen if I harvest this rabbit. But I'll try it anyway. And maybe I'll get mauled by a bear right now. We'll see. Bears don't move that quickly, do they? No, he's still right there. Alright. 3 hours daylight left. We're starving. I'm going to use those 3 hours and the remaining daylight and the remaining warmth that I have. It's looking like it's kind of getting stormy. To head back. You know what? Just to be safe, because there's wolves and all kinds of stuff. We're going to follow the road back.
Eat.
I know you're hungry, but you will be okay. I don't like to starve my characters like this. My girlfriend was watching a Long Dark Let's Play the other day where it was there was a guy playing a challenge, and I think it was the Whiteout challenge, where the objective is to go through and gather a ton of supplies within 30 days because there's a killer blizzard coming and the weather just gets worse and worse and worse. And in order to do it, he was starving his character. Just really pushing the starvation mechanic to the limit in order to maximize early gathering efficiency and really just have a ton of resources early. Which I wouldn't do. That's just weird to me. I think it's mainly because, you know, as many of you know, I have a bit of an eclectic channel schedule. I play these grand strategy and historical strategy games at noon, and then I play these survival type games and simulation type games at 6. So it's a mix, but what they all have in common, what everything has in common, is the narrative, the grand narrative, the fact that there is a story taking place, that there is, even though the game is not overtly telling you, or I'm sorry, yeah, overtly, that was the right word, telling you a story. There's not an explicit narrative that's actually saying, you know, this is the character's name. There's a story forming by your actions. All right, I think this wolf is going to see us. And as the game unfolds day by day. Here's some music right now. Yeah, this wolf is seeing us. All right. Here's some music right now, in fact. Seems like the wolf is buggered off. This is one of my favorite tracks. So we'll see how the music volume is in this. Come back and check it later, but I'm going to shut up so we can listen to it. Barely escaped that wolf. So yeah, that particular piece, those of you who are fans of good music, that is a great example of playing the pauses. You know, it's a orchestral term. You know, that people that are learning to play, not just orchestral, but learning to play any instruments. When there's supposed to be a moment when you're not playing music, there's this term for playing the pauses, where just because there's a silence, it doesn't mean you have to fill it. And that track certainly has some long pauses, and I had to kind of remind myself, no, it's still going while we were listening to it there. But it's just one of my favorite pieces, and it's so simple and so evocative and wonderful. So yeah, I'll go back later and make sure the music volume was okay on that as well. But let's see now. Seems like our fire starting chances are starting to rise. Our base chance of success is still the same, though. So I don't know what's different. Maybe we're using a different type of firewood that has a better chance of catching on fire. I don't know. But this is... I'm still getting used to the fact that I've played 50 episodes of this series, and I'm starting fires like it's episode 1. Because these changes have been implemented. Not complaining. It's again, it happened to all of us, but it is frustrating. You're watching me experience live and publicly just the reaction to that. So I saw my fire starting skill go up there. I saw that little icon pop up, so that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and we have lots of wolf meat, so we're gonna cook it. Don't have a lot of time to cook it, but we're gonna cook it nonetheless. I can't remember if I set the last flare back up. The last snare, rather. I suppose if there's one in my inventory, it'll answer my question. We're really hungry, but it's not affecting our health that much yet. So that's a good indicator of why that particular player that I was talking about earlier was using the starvation system to their advantage. Because you can go a certain amount of time while you're starving, doing other things. You can really push your limits. I guess I should add one more piece of wood. No, we're not going to burn the Frontier Shooting Guide. That would be bad. feel like those should not show up on the burning list. Maybe it's because it's burnable after I finish reading it. But man, that's rough. Alright, so let's eat and get rid of our hunger symptom here. There it goes. We're still at 96% condition. Some of these rabbit pieces are just super tiny. Just 61 calories for a meal. But this one is 450. The next one is going to be probably about 200. Yep, 202. So there we go. Now we're going to drink. Pretty tired. 10 hours of darkness left. So I guess... Well, how much time do we have left on the fire? 36 minutes? Need more water. Let's go ahead and take care of that. This will help us pass some time as well. That way we can just get in bed, go to sleep, sleep for the right amount of time, wake up, and it'll be daytime. Again, we are trying to deliberately pass time right now because we're waiting for that rabbit skin stuff to finish. We want to be completely equipped with skins before we leave for Pleasant Valley, but we're going to be ready to leave for Pleasant Valley pretty soon. And I'm looking forward to it too because there's going to be more food there. There's definitely going to be more to get.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
You don't need to drop any of it. You're just really... Actually, you do need to drop some of it now that you have that much water on you. But, alright, we're going to go ahead and sleep. 9 hours of darkness left. We're going to rest for all 9 of them. You saw my condition go back up to 100% there. Very, very quickly. That's good. Woke up parched, but we're still at 100% condition, so we didn't actually lose anything to being that thirsty. And we are hungry again. I'm going to rest for 2 more hours, because we're still not fully rested. I love that they've retuned the rest system. Earlier in this series, I was definitely struggling with that. The rest system was not letting me sleep all night. It was kind of cumbersome. You had to sleep for a little bit, and then rest, and or pass the time, and then go back to sleep. It was annoying. Now you can sleep through the night again. They made it better. All right. Go ahead and get one of these Summit sodas out. I've got 1 more pork and beans and 1 more stale granola bar. All right, so we're going to drink this Summit soda. You can see it's definitely helping out our hunger a little bit because of the calories. We will go ahead and eat these pork and beans. I think heating them up does add a little bit of caloric value. Maybe puts it up to 650 or 700. But, we're about to leave for Pleasant Valley. I'm not super concerned about that. I just need to make sure that I continue to have some kind of edibles around. We are running out of them pretty quickly, so... Just saying, Rabbit, if you want to finish curing any day now, you're welcome to do that. I'm still carrying too much. Why is that? What am I carrying? Oh, it's the book. That's right. Well, tell you what. We need to research this anyway, and I've got time now, so let's just go ahead... Just spend 4 hours on this. Let's do it. Done. Alright, so we just got some rifle arm skill from reading that book. And now I can drop the book. We're going to put it just on the table there. And we'll find more as we go through. Really? 99% cured? You're going to taunt me like that? Alright, fine. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to drink this. It's just like the Long Dark. To do something like that. Alright, so we're going to drink this. We're going to rest for just an hour, and hopefully that hour will be all we need. Because we need to make some mitts. All the rest of the stuff we need to make the mitts is already waiting for us. No, it's still 99% cured. You jerk. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to rest for another hour. You understand what's happening here. This is very straightforward. There it is, cured rabbit pelt. Let's go, and hopefully not get mauled by anything on the way to make our rabbit skin. That wolf is running from me. I feel like more wolves are running from me all of a sudden. I'm not complaining. Not complaining at all. I think it's a good thing. It's in reaction to... Actually, you know what it is? It's the bearskin bedroll. That's what it is. They can smell that thing on me, and that's also why I'm more encumbered. I forgot I have that. So the smell might scare animals away, because I smell like a bear. Haha. So I have this bedroll. That's why I'm carrying so much. Holy crap. What an idiot. All right, so I'm going to drop this. Don't need that anymore. And is there anything else I'm carrying that's kind of a duplicate or unnecessary? Not really that I can see. I don't have a lot of antiseptic left, so if I got bitten by anything out in the wild, I'd be in trouble. So I probably want to get some antiseptic before I leave. Also, I don't have that many painkillers on me either. I've got a cabinet full of medicine. I've got a couple of. I feel like I had more emergency stims on me though. That's weird. But anyway, let's come here. Get out our cured rabbit pelts, and I think we need just 2 cured guts, but I picked up 4 just to be thorough. Let's see. An arrow shaft requires birch. That's right. Yeah, just needs 2. And this only takes 5 hours. So we're going to spend 3 crafting them now. We've got 5 hours of daylight left. So if we're lucky, I can craft these before it gets completely dark. We'll see what the game lets me do. It might cut me off here when daylight goes away. Nope, we got him. Awesome. I've got some rabbit pelts on me as well that I need to just lay out to cure, because those can be used to repair the mitts if I ever need to. So, let's see what a benefit these provide us. Right now, these decent mittens in 83% condition are giving us a 3 and a 1.5 bonus. Clothing warmth and clothing wind chill bonus versus 7.2 and 3.6. Hell yes. That's done. Now it's almost dark, and we need to get back across the way while dodging any wolves in the area. Ha! Just my luck. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It wouldn't be against all odds if I didn't take pointless risks. Woo! Old. And windy. Well, that was fairly straightforward. It's bright out right now. It's windy, but there's moonlight, so that's helpful. All right. Well, tell you what. On that note, I will go ahead and cut this episode here. Well, actually, you know what I'll do is I'll put down those rabbit pelts while I'm thinking about it. And I think we have some guts that need to cure as well. Yep, 3 fresh guts. Drop those. Drop the rabbit pelts. Excellent. Part of what was weighing us down. I will go ahead and cut this episode here, though, and in the next episode, we will make our way towards Pleasant Valley for the first time, because we're ready. We've got the Wrapped in Furs achievement as of this episode. I've already acquired it, of course, as a player, so it didn't pop up on the screen. Plus, I think I have the Steam overlay turned off, so it wouldn't have popped up anyway. But we have Wrapped in Furs, and now we've got everything we could possibly craft that's wearable or usable as a warmth type of item, like the bearskin bedroll, and we're definitely ready to start heading out into the wild unknown of Pleasant Valley. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I upload new episodes and Against All Odds every day at 6 Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT -4 for those of you not in the States, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in a bit.